Good morning, every peoples. I'm here today at RSPB, The Lodge, and we're going to be shooting with the OM1 and a little secret weapon I've just picked up, which is the little extender we've got there. Can you see it? So that's a 1.4 teleconverter. We're putting that on the 90mm macro, and we're going to see how well or how badly this does. The reason for this is one big complaint I've got about the 90mm and the OM1 system, on the OM1 system I should say, is I'm finding as you get closer to the subject, you get quite a lot of focus breathing. So I'm hoping this will negate some of that. I'm hoping the weather's going to hold up for me a little bit. I've got to go to work later. Weather's a little bit windy, it's a little bit cold. I'm hoping it's at least going to get up to what it says it's going to get up to. As I say that, the wind kicks up about 19 degrees. Not the greatest, but hopefully should be good enough. I'm here a bit earlier than what I have been lately. Been struggling to get up in the morning lately since I stopped birding. Found a bit of a, I don't know what this is, a millipede or something like that. Crawling across the ground just as I was looking at the wasps. Make sure you always get clothes that fit you, or if you're like me, always make sure you got a bit of bagginess, because I've already split my trousers this morning. That's me trying to get down on the floor just to video something without even taking my proper camera out yet. I can already see lots of little holes in the floor, so that bodes well for my digger bees and digger wasps. Let's go down this first trail and have a look. I can already see a little wasp here. It's tiny. I don't know if you can see that. For all those that don't know, the maximum aperture of this lens here is 3.5 normally. And by putting this 1.4 converter on, we changed that maximum aperture to f5. So the widest open I can go is f5. But to be quite honest, that's still not too bad. As I said, the light's going in and out today, so it could push this system to the limit today. Hopefully when the sun's out, that'll be easy enough, because I normally stop down to about f8 anyway. So f7.1, f8. So it shouldn't make too much of a difference, as I'm probably going to want to stop down anyway, especially because it's got the converter on it. Obviously, the same as any situation, what you're really trying to do is find a spot where you can get as many shots as you can of the same subject, so that you don't have to keep moving around all the time. If you see a recurring pattern happen like this, and if you can see here, it's just landed on my camera, there is a wasp that keeps landing around about here, and another wasp, I don't know if it's a mating ritual, if they're attacking each other, it's just landed again. Well, no, this is actually now a robber fly. It's just landed here. Quick picture of that. Yeah, robber fly just landed there. I'm going to put this into pre-capture mode after. I'm going to keep it on how it is at the moment. I'm just shooting normally, because sometimes I find that the pre-capture mode actually hinders me. Probably something I'm doing, but I find that it does hinder me sometimes. So I'm going to just keep it on normal shooting mode at the moment and look for my patterns in flight rather than just wait for it to take off. Use pre-capture to do that, because you tend to shoot differently when that happens. You're literally just waiting for things to take off, whereas when I shoot normally, I'm actually catching them in flight as they're moving around the scene. Yes, I might catch it as it takes off, but I'm ready for that. Lots of ants here, so I'm probably going to get bitten to hell. Got my knee pads on, as my old body can't take it anymore. Rather annoying, as they've stopped coming back here. It's not because of me, because they weren't bothered. They were just sitting here, landing here, not fussed at all. I'm going to try and find some more, move on a little bit. I literally moved about half a foot, not even that, to find the same ones. He just moved on to the other side. Red-tailed wasps here. I can't get a good shot of it at the moment because of the angle he's sitting at, or she. Probably going to keep coming back to the same area, or not come back to the same area and make me look like a liar. Oh, I'm going to get bitten here. The ants are even climbing up the camera at the moment. At least I'm in the right kind of area for this. I'd like to know where its home is, because that's what they normally do. There it is again. What I'm looking for are things happening around it. So if there's an ant comes near it or something like that, it will take off. Since I did that, there was something on my arm, so I moved a little bit. Oh, we're losing our light. stop it down to f5 again. Let's see if we can record this. I didn't know that about the camera. You can't change your settings while it's shooting. I find it even hard to change the settings now. I'll get a nice sharp shot of it. I don't know why. So I don't use video often on this, so this is a learning thing for me as well. The only thing I seem to be able to do is single AF. Let's try that. I still can't AF on this subject. Okay. I'm wasting time with that right now, so I'm not going to bother. I didn't bring my Nikon out today, as I actually didn't want to for once. I wanted to make it all about this camera today. So as I always say to you, I'm trying to get a nice low shot. My problem at the moment is the light. I haven't got enough light to do what I want to do. I'm going to just quickly take this extender off, because until the sun comes out properly, I'm in limbo. I'm not pushing this camera way up above 800, as I don't like the high ISO capability of this. Let's try it on F4. I mean, that extender makes a massive difference. I can tell you that on how close it looks like I am to my subject. It's settled down so much it's not even flying now, so although I know where it is, it's actually not doing anything, and I don't like disturbing them, so I'm not going to start flicking my hands around or anything like that. I'll let them go natural. Let's go and find something else. So I've decided the light's not great enough to be here for the digger bees and digger wasps, unfortunately, but I'm going to go and find some flowers and look at them, see what's hovering about them. I've also decided that that extra bit of reach with this extender is well and worth it, because it just makes you feel that much more composed when you're taking a shot. You don't have to get too close. Also with this, if a bird did come along, I know it's only roughly around about 260 millimeters, I could possibly get birds in flight with this. Not going to be great, but at least it's more length than it was before. I need to really do the maths on how much that's going to give me. You know what? That wasn't bad. It's 252 millimeters, so I wasn't that far out. So that's 90 millimeters times 1.4, which is 126 millimeters, and then times 2 for the crop sensor makes 252 millimeters. Not too bad. I will be trying this with the 2x teleconverter on the 90 millimeter lens, which would obviously take me to 180 millimeters real focal length, and then effective focal length 360 millimeters. Not bad in a little thing like that. I'm not sure how much extra that would put on the size of that, but I don't think it's going to put that much on it. But as we all know, you don't get something for nothing. So I'm just walking across the grid here. Need to pay attention before I break my ankle. Yeah, you don't get something for nothing. And what am I going to sacrifice for that? You sacrifice a full 2 stops of light, and then am I going to sacrifice image quality? We'll see. In front of the house now. There's a lot more flowers up than there were here last time I came. But in order for me to get the sun behind my back, I need to step down here, and I can be on the lovely side of these flowers. We've got loads of bees in here now. I was about to say it's lavender. It's not lavender. I don't know what it is. But there's loads of bees here, so I shall stop here. And they're not honeybees. We've got buff-tailed bees. Oh God, I've got a massive hole in my trousers. Oh no. Don't know how much longer we're going to be out here, because it's going to look like I'm flashing people. I'm running at a shutter speed right now of 800 because there's no light. I'm going to change this focus mode. I did change my focus mode to a cross type. I'm just going to have it on all at the moment. And in order for me to get a good angle, I'm going to have to take the ones up here. These ones are too low. Like I said, I don't have to get as close as I was getting before. I'm losing my focus quickly though. The flowers getting in the way. Oh, lovely background. If I can actually get any of these. I don't think I've got one in flight yet. But if I can actually get a shot here, there's a nice colour background on this. And I will say again, because I'm now using this teleconverter, I'm getting better backgrounds. I mean, I'm shooting wide open at the moment, or no, I'm shooting at 5.6 at the moment with an ISO of 800. I think I'm going to step my ISO up a little bit. I know I said I didn't want to. I'm going to go 1600 just so that we can speed up this shutter speed a little bit. Get onto macro now. How close do I have to get? The focus keeps going awry on this. I don't know why. Just move you over here a little bit. Ooh. I really like this system, but it does have its quirks. I don't know why it has its quirks. It just seems a bit awkward sometimes. Yeah, I can't do that. That's too close. On top of everything else that's going wrong, it's actually starting to rain. Just spits and spots, but you know you're having a bad day. Like I said, the rip in my trousers is really putting me off. Yep, it's definitely spit spot raining. Might have to go. There's not even any shelter here. The one good thing about there not being much light is you don't get a lot of reflections. The sun is there behind the clouds, so it is light, but it's not the light I normally crave. So I think my Z8 and Z9 would be able to deal with this, but even at 1600 ISO I can see quite a lot of noise. Got some nice lily pads here, hoping you get some nice dragonflies in these. Again, I've got to find the sun angle. There's a couple over there. Obviously they're only going to land in certain places, but I'm not worried about them landing. I want them hovering over the lily flowers. Yeah, we definitely have got some dragonflies here. Go to the other pond and see what that's about at the moment. Burnout moth here. Now flying behind me. Don't know where it's gone. Oh, it's right behind us, right, yeah. The sun's going in. I've been so used to a certain distance I've been getting from this. I'm actually finding I'm having to back up quite a lot, which I actually like, to be honest. I've just got to find the distance that I'm comfortable with. And if you can see it here, oh, I didn't even put my finger anywhere near it, really. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? It's gonna go down again if I just, yeah, there it is. Wasn't happy with me getting to, oh, there's another one. There's another one. This one might be a bit more active because it's just come out. Oh, this sun today, it's the bane of my life. It's in and out, in and out. I'm having to change my settings all the time. You know what? I'll take this rubbish off my back. Oh, there's two in the same area. I've got to get one good shot. Plenty of damselflies mating here. It's going to be a bit tougher to get shots here than I expected because there's not actually that much water. There's water all across, but it's mainly plants in there. I don't know why there's bees here though. That doesn't make sense. Oh, having a drink. Mating damselflies there. They keep coming across this kind of thing now. Get that ISO down. Don't need it up there. Right now I'm shooting at 13200 f8 ISO 800. Another couple just landed on here. When I say a couple, I mean a mated couple. Why did that suddenly stop straight down from? What is going on here? I'm in manual. It is dropping straight down from f8 to f3.5. Told you there's some quirky things on this camera. Don't know why it did that. Literally going from straight from f8 to f3.5. I'll put the target mode back on here. I've now changed to 4 different autofocus settings. So I've got my pinpoint, got a like a cross type on there, large box, and then the full screen. Really, is there a nest in here or something? Bees nest. Loads of bees going in there. There must be a bees nest down there. I think there may be a bees nest under there. That'd be weird. Honeybee nest in the water. Who knew, eh? Who knew? Every time I go to change my focus mode, it takes off. Well, that was a chase and a half. I'm hoping I've got some good shots to bring back to you guys. Definitely got more shots with Pro Capture. I've been using the Pro Capture 2 For some reason I had Procapture 1 selected, which doesn't allow you to use your autofocus. It just shoots really fast and that's it. So I've put that one back on. I haven't set it to a button, but I can easily go through here now, just press this top button here and do it, which is easier for me because I hate having to fumble around. And at least I know if it's set for autofocus, it's set for autofocus, and if it's set for pre-capture, I literally have to put my hand up here so I can't accidentally put it from one to the other, which is what I hate doing, accidentally putting settings on my camera. I find that although this is great, I'm doing a lot of accidental things with it, or it's doing a quirky thing and then I just don't know what's going on with the camera. That maybe it's down to the teleconverter, but jumping from f8 to f3.5 is ridiculous. I don't know if that's something to do with that. I'll have to look into that, see if anybody else has had that problem. If anybody else has had that problem, let me know in the comments. I think we're going to wrap up here now. Gotta go to work, like I said. Lovely day in Sandy, even though the weather's not been that great. Still managed to come home with some keepers. Got a lovely goose family here, over there in the bushes, squirrels. I feel good. I'm in a good place in Sandy. I'd already told you last year, Sandy's become my favourite place to go to. As you see, even when I didn't get anything over with the sand, the digger bees, the digger wasps in the sand, I've managed to come over here and still catch some stuff, even though the weather's been terrible. If I come over here with my Nikon, hopefully I'll get even more than that. I'm just much faster with my Nikon. I just know how it works. I know when I'm shooting, and that's it. There's no messing. Anyway, it's goodbye from me, goodbye from Sandy, and I'll see you on the next one.